All right, we're live. Hello and welcome, everyone. This is Rodney Stokes with the High Prosperity Group. And today I got a special guest, a buddy of mine. I've been knowing him for a couple of years. It's been probably about 3 or 4 years at this point.
Right.
The guy is really talented. The guy, one thing I can say about him, he goes extremely hard. You know, he kind of fast paced his success because he was never scared to invest in himself and the courses, training, coaching. So today what he's going to do is he's going to touch on how you can pretty much grow your business and scale as quickly as possible. And trust me, he is the man to break this information down for you. So without further ado, Brian Gonzalez, I'm going. If you can go ahead and introduce yourself, if you could just give, briefly give your background of where you started and how you started to progress and get to the point that you're at right now today.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, Ronnie, for that intro. But before I get into it, man, thanks for that. That solid intro right there. So, basically, I've been a marketer now for about 5 years. I got started in 2011. I was 16 years old. I just turned 21 years old on December this year. So, it's been a blessing to have 5 years, and I've learned so many different things. Like Ron had even said in his intro that I wasn't, and I'm still not afraid to invest, right? I always stick to that method called ILT: invest, learn, and teach, which I'm going to cover in the Word document that I put together that Rodney asked me to put for the people that are going to be seeing this. So basically, when I got started, I was in high school. I got injured. I was at the time getting professional baseball tryouts with the minor league Mets. Things looked good. I was getting college letters from like Purdue University, Florida University. So things were looking very well for me. And then it all happened a Sunday morning. I got injured playing a game, and I had to go through surgery, extensive amount of therapy, nerve block injection. So I was going through a lot physically. My health was failing me. Things weren't going well for me. And I remember when I got back to the point of being healthy again, which I wasn't 100%. I remember I wasn't feeling the same. I couldn't run as fast as I used to. I couldn't perform as well. And things were, by that time, I was already took too much time away from the game. And I said, what am I going to do now? My body is not the same as it used to be. And how am I going to support myself, my family, and how will I ever, make it, right? How will I ever be able to make the amount of money that, baseball players would make? So then I discovered a way online. Everybody searched just like Ronnie did, right? Ways to make money online. And I remember I was going through all this, 16, 17 years old, and I was kind of like an on and off thing. But I remember when I was 18, that's when I really started getting really serious into it. Maybe say it's 17 and a half, close to 18. And I was just buying product after product. And that was the same time I started meeting Rodney. And Ronnie was like, man, you got to slow down. You're just buying so many products. Slow down. I was like, no, I'm not going to slow down. I know what I'm doing. And I'm talking about products, Rodney, how much they cost? Like $1,500?
Yeah, I mean, at one point, man, I think you had a product that was like 1,100, another one for 15, and this was literally on a weekly basis. I would check in with you. Hey, how's everything doing? Oh man, I just got this product. I'm looking into it right now. I'm like, what product? You talking about the one from last week? No, I just got this new one. I was like, wow. This one, like I said, the one thing about you, you were never scared to spend money in yourself, man. So let me
Right. And
myself.
right. And for the people that are young out there, and they're 18 years old, they'll be like, whoa, where's Brian getting all the money? By that time, I was already in college. So I was putting out student loans. There's this thing called loans you could take out. And I remember going to the admissions office, and it said I can pull out as much as $10,000. So I remember I said, okay, boom, pull that right out, right? And I said, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that. $4,000 in a mastermind coaching program. I think I spent another $2,000 in another mastermind coaching. So I was just investing and learning. And at that time, I had nothing really coming in. And then out of nowhere, I started implementing everything that I learned. I really learned. So I started implementing it, having some success there. And then remember, I started having some success with CPA, and then a lot of success with it. And then it's branched off to what I'm doing now, affiliate marketing, which is kind of very similar to CPA. And then from there, it just blew up. I started having money coming in consistently, day in and day out. And I've learned so much just from doing all of that. And I'm just killing it doing that. So yeah.
Well, yeah, that's great, man. Because I know you got a lot of students, a lot of people who follow you, and the one thing about you, you're able to really break things down to where people can understand it.
Right.
Like you said, it wasn't too long ago that both of us were in a lot of these guys' shoes. So today I know you said you made the Word document. You wanted to go through step by step exactly how people can start to implement a couple of strategies and methods to get them results. Along the lines of the results that you're getting for yourself and your business. So if you want to go ahead and share your screen, I'll mute myself out and I'll chime in if I got any questions.
Okay, great. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. And can you see my screen, Rodney?
Yep, I see it perfect.
All right, perfect, guys. So this is a document that I created here. It's about 6 pages long, and it's called the Simple Steps to Grow a Profitable Business Quickly. So if you've been in the internet marketing game for 5 years, 6 years, not having any success, or you're just beginning, this is for you. So I discuss here the 3 principles, what you need in order to be successful. It goes over traffic, a capture mechanism, and conversions, right? So if you're missing one of these, you're not going to be successful. If you have all of these 3 things down, and you got to remember the right way, because there's a lot of marketers out there that they teach things the wrong way. So you want to have some good food being put into your mind so you could have good results. So here I discuss traffic. I talk about things to look at when you're getting traffic, right? There's 2 types. There's free versus paid. Now, a lot of people out there that want to do free and oh, I don't want to invest into my business. That's kind of a bad way to look at it. The more you invest and the quicker you invest, you not only get to test out to see what's not working, but you get to have quick results. So I love to do paid traffic. I didn't discuss any free methods here because I'm not doing anything free. So here I discuss the paid. So I go over the things that I am doing and campaigns I'm currently running. I am doing YouTube ads, meaning right now I'm running a campaign on Google. Now everybody's afraid of Google, but I'm not running it through their Google platform doing ads on PPC search engine. What I'm doing is through the YouTube ads because right now it's amazing. I'm getting, CPVs, which stands for cost per view, as low as 7 cents. And I'm doing Bing advertising, which is not like Google. So you won't really have to worry about Google shutting down your account. These are 2 methods right here, 2 platforms that allow you to advertise your company online, and it's great. It's powerful. So if you want to scale your business, right, I talked about a quick method here. So imagine if you put $1, right, and you get $2 back out. That's 100% ROI, return on investment. Meaning if you could put $100 into your campaign and you get 200 back out, you can keep doing that over and over, right? You could put in 200, get 300. You could keep going. This is the amazing thing about paid marketing, right? Which is why I love it, right? And free, not so. It takes a long time. And what if, the funnel is not set out perfectly right? It's going to take you, who knows, months to see, depending how good and quickly your free traffic is coming through. So here I discuss, which I think is the most important thing. And I didn't touch on traffic. It's important to get visitors. Traffic is the lifeblood of your business. If you're not getting visitors coming to your offer, whatever you're promoting, whether you're network marketing, affiliate marketer, CPA marketer, if you're not getting traffic, visitors, eyeballs to your page, to the offer you're presenting, then your business is dying. It must grow every day in order for you to have results and make money. So there's 3 types of marketers. One marketer on one hand is the amateur marketer, and he drives traffic straight to a sales page. So the arrows I created here is traffic, visitors, right? Eyeballs coming to the offer. Do not ever do this. A lot of people out there, they're very lazy. They want, that push button software. You ever hear that of online? Get quick rich tomorrow. That stuff doesn't work. What I'm showing you here is to build a profitable, sustainable business that's going to pay you over and over residually, month after month, year to year to come, so that way you can support your family. You can be able to do things like Rodney did. He put his kid in private school, which a lot of people dream of, putting their kids in a good school. I know my mom did for me at the time when I was a young kid. So if you have kids, or you just want to be able to provide for your spouse, or you want to be able to do the things you love, these are things that you need, that is going to literally take you to the next level, and it's a skill that's going to pay you forever. Okay. So these are the amateur marketers. You do not want to do this. If you want to lose money quickly and you want your business to fail fast, this is what you gotta do right here. And that's exactly how you do not want to do this. So here's the second type, right? The second type is a little smarter. Instead of driving traffic straight to the sales page like marketer number one does, he drives it to a capture page. He understands the essence of capturing emails, right? And building a list. So he captures that, and then it goes straight to the sales page. Um, this is a little amateur, it's a little better, but there is no reason why. What is the difference, right? All he's doing here is capturing the email, but this guy here is sending them straight to the sales page. What is the difference between? Really nothing, besides him capturing email and building a list. Because all he's going to do when he gets the email and he has the list, he's going to be promoting products day in and day out. He doesn't understand marketing, at least well as marketing to his list. So here's the third type of marketer here, and this is very important. This is the pro marketer. And I talked about 90% of marketers do this funnel right over here. I survey my list. A lot of marketers survey their list out there. And did you know that there's less? Okay, 90% are making less than $100 a month in marketing. Whether you're affiliate marketer, internet marketer, CPA marketer, they're making less than $100, and it's because of this. They're doing everything that everyone else is doing. That's what 90% are doing. And if you're doing that, and if you're part of the 90%, you're going to be getting the same results that they are. Because at the end of the day, what makes you different? What makes you want to be able to buy the product from the other guy that is promoting the same thing that you are, right? So you got to be able to be different to get different results. So you got to be able to do something different. Yeah, go ahead, Ronnie.
Sorry, man, I don't want to cut you off. Just in case for any viewers who are not sure what a capture page is or sales squeeze page is, do you have any live examples that you could show? Or
Sure. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pull it out here. I'm gonna log into one of my accounts. Actually, you know what? It just came out perfectly right over here. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna see if I can pull out two capture pages here. I'm gonna actually show them two capture pages here. So I'm gonna go back to share my screen. You should be able to see my screen now, right?
Yep.
All right, guys. So as you see here, there's two capture pages, right? One is called LP2 and the other one is called LP3. And I was actually doing split testing when I was running a campaign on YouTube, on Google, right? And I actually thought this one was going to perform the best. Now, at that time I was 20 years old. Again, I just turned 21. And this page here was converting at about 22%, which is not good. That's actually average industry. This, on the other hand, is performing at 69%. Now, I thought this was gonna, kill it, but this one is doing good. Now, basically, what a capture page is as simple as capturing the email. So you see here it says enter the email address as soon as someone, picks. This is like a survey, capture page. Right over here is get instant access now. They have to put in their email. So that's what a capture page is. Do you think that covered it, Rodney?
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. And like you say, the science behind it is just to capture that the information from your visitors and get them on your list, get them in your database, and you start to follow up with them and build a relationship. But we'll get into that with more training down the line. But yeah, right. That was perfect, man.
Okay, great. So all right, so this is what the pros. This is what the 10% do. This is the pro marketer. He understands getting traffic, the answers of having that capture page, getting that email, and the importance of getting that email so you could build a list inside your autoresponder, so you could basically market to them over and over again. So for example, if you're going to, let me see if I'm going to do a little demonstration here. If you're going to basically, if you go to a store, right, you don't go to the store just once. You go to the store twice or three times down the line, week after week, right? You guys know Costco wholesale. My aunt is going to Costco today. She was saying, "Oh, Brian, I'm going to go to Costco." I said, "Okay, that's great. She goes there literally almost every 3 weeks, right? Almost every month. And she doesn't just shop there once. Again, she shops over and over. That's the importance of having a list because you get to market to them over and over. And those people that are on your list, they get to buy from you over and over and over. That's why they say an email, a lead, right? One email is worth $1 on average. And that dollar, that email, they pay you over and over again, right? $1 almost every month. So imagine if you had 10,000 emails, you should be making $10,000 a month. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and I'm gonna get back into that right now.
Hey, Brian, your mic is kind of breaking up a little bit. I'm not
All
sure.
right, can you hear me better now?
Still breaking up.
Let
Give
me
me
check
one
the
second.
settings here real quick, okay?
Say it again.
I'm gonna check the settings here.
Okay.
How about now? Is it better or not? Or not yet? Actually, you know what?
Yeah, Rodney, can you hear me better?
Yeah, that's perfect, man. That's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
it might have something to do with because I know a lot of times with Hangouts, if the bandwidth starts to increase, a lot of times the quality will start lacking. So if you have any extra windows or programs open, you might want to close it out too.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and close a lot of the stuff that I have here. Let me just stop sharing. I actually just put my headphones on. I know it's a lot better, so
Yeah, that's
we'll
perfect,
do
man.
that here. Let me see here. Let me just let me close all of this out here. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and all right, save that.
And while he's doing that, folks, some of these terms might be a little over your head. Some of it might seem, foreign to you. But this is the type of language that you have to start getting used to because, in marketing, online especially, these are the different methods that you absolutely need to follow in order to be successful. You need a capture page, you need a follow-up process, and you need to buy traffic. I mean, those are the key components to having any type of success in marketing over the internet. Just like a physical mom and pop store, you need foot traffic. It's the same exact thing. Same exact.
Right, Ronnie. And I'm going to talk about the beginners. I just had a student sign up for my coaching, and when he first began, he says, "Oh my goodness, I need a capture page. I need to learn FTP, HTML." I said, "Whoa, no. There are softwares out there that will show you how to." Pick a template as quick as pick a template and just choose what you want to edit. And I showed him this. He was just in shock. So,
Yeah.
if you think that you need Dreamweaver and you need to learn all these HTML coding and FTP server, you don't need to learn none of that. And I know you're pretty good with that, Rodney. So,
Yeah. Well, see, the thing with me, I went the hard route. So it took,
right.
I wouldn't say I wasted a year or a year and a half, but man, I went down so many wrong paths. I was trying to find, free routes. Like you said, Dreamweaver, I learned how to do hosting, images, HTML.
Wow.
But, I see that you're using lead pages. Lead pages is a great source just to whip something together.
Yeah, it's just as simple as picking a template, clicking two buttons to connect your autoresponder to it, and then just editing what you want, and you click save, publish, and it's live.
Yeah.
And it's as quick as you could just drive straight traffic to it. So yeah, let's get back into that funnel that I was just talking about here. You can see my screen, and so now you guys know what a capture page is, right? So this is the pro. What he does is he drives traffic to a lead magnet, then it goes that specific traffic, whatever's left over goes straight to the sales page, the offer. Now, what he did differently here from these guys, the 90%, is that he added a lead magnet. Now, you may be asking, what the heck is a lead magnet? Okay, so a lead magnet, I've put it here. Lead magnet is something that you give away in exchange for an email. So when you were promoting this capture page and you were getting traffic to them, you must have promised them something. A free giveaway. It could be anything as easy as a free video series or a webinar replay, right? A replay. I gotta Edit, I said reply. A PDF, a teleseminar, an audio, whatever you want to give them to them, as long as you have something there. Now, the essence of a lead magnet, what it's supposed to do, I put it here, is to pre-frame your buyers and prepare them for what they will be buying, right? So what you do here is you're educating them in the lead magnet, right? So educating, you're giving value. And I know me and Rodney, we've talked about the essence and the importance of giving value, because the amount of value you give to the marketplace is a propensity of how much money you will make. You do not get paid for time in your business. You get paid for value that you give to the marketplace. So if you want to make more money, everyone, you got to be able to increase your value. And that means you got to go to work on yourself, read books, invest in training, invest in coaching. Literally, you got to pay to earn these skills. And when you have that value, you can teach something, and you're going to make an insane amount of money, and it's going to pay you 10 times over. And all that coaching that I've did, as Ronnie was saying, that I've bought a lot of products and stuff, it has literally got me to the point now where I understand the power of marketing. I understand how to turn subscribers into buyers, leads into buyers, and get an insane amount of ROI, because I understand these principles. So basically, in the lead magnet, what you want to be able to do, and I only show this to my coaching clients, but I'm actually going to show it to you. I'm going to give this guys away to you, because I think I don't believe in holding anything back. I believe that if you give the best stuff, and if you serve people and they can get a certain amount of results, those blessings are going to come back. All those good things are going to come back. So what I'm about to show you is very powerful here. Super powerful. So basically, I drew a little diagram right here, right? What you want to do in your lead magnet is you want to pre-frame. Now, you might be saying, well, what the heck is pre-frame? So basically, pre-framing, it's as simple as, when two boxers are about to fight, right, on a ring, the announcer, he pre-frames the audience, standing in the corner all the way from, blah, 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 weighing in 200 and something pounds versus the Terminator. I don't know, right? He pre-frames the fight. He gets you excited, and, he gets you ready for it, right? He's pre-framing you for it. So, it's kind of similar in that way. I just wanted you guys to understand that. So let's go into it, right back into this. So the pre-framing here, what it does is it's supposed to get you from bad results, right? Because this is why your leads are coming in. They're getting bad results. They don't have no results probably, and they want to be able to get good results. So what you want to do is you want to tap into the number one buying emotion, right? The number one buying emotion. Everybody's saying, well, Brian, nobody's taking out their credit card. Nobody's buying from me. I have a, capture page. I have the offer, and I even have as simple as a lead magnet. I said, okay, so what does your lead magnet show? What is it doing? And they're not tapping into that buying emotion, which is why they're not getting that certain, person to buy from them, right? They're not getting sales. So what you want to do is tap into the number one buying emotion. I'm trying to simplify this as much as I can so you can understand this. And you can be able to use this in your own business and get results today, guys. So I hope you guys are getting this. So basically here, what you want to be able to do in order to tap into the number one buying emotion, right? Where they want to buy, you want to get your buyers, your potential buyers, from bad results to good results. And the way you do that, and the way I would do it in my lead magnet is, if you can even actually go to my website right now at elitedigitalmarketer.com, and a couple windows will pop up. If you put in their email, I actually walk you from how to pick a product, right? I put these lines here, right? So your line might show, whatever you're promoting, right? So here for me, I'm an affiliate marketer. I will show them how to pick a product, how to drive traffic, and how to literally build a list and get conversions, right? So I would show them that, and I would go over the answers, and I would even break it down further. Buying a product, what do you have to look for? What is the gravity of the product, right? How well has it performed in the marketplace? So I really break it down and show it to them and make it easy for them to understand. Guys, you have to understand, marketing is educating and simplifying. If you can educate and simplify and get people to understand what you're saying, and they can picture it in their mind and see it, you got them. They're gonna pull out their credit card and buy what you have, because if you show them this and they say, "Oh my goodness, this stuff is gold. I get it. I actually understand what he's saying. I can see how I can do it." And you get them from that bad results to that good results, where they're smiling, where they're happy. What you have next in your sales page, right? Because that was the lead magnet, your offer, they're gonna buy. I hope you guys understood the power of that, of what I just said here. Rodney, do you think that they understood what I just said?
Yeah, you definitely simplified it. You definitely simplified it. And that's one thing that I wanted to touch on, the art of simplicity, because anyone can just regurgitate what someone else told them or what they saw. But the way that you really understand something, the way that you really find out if someone understands something is if they can simplify it, because, to explain something in a hard way, that's anybody can do that.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, so just to summarize, man, that lead magnet, that's huge. That's
That's
huge.
huge.
And
Yeah.
also what he's tapping into as far as copy and everything like that, you want to enter the conversation that's already going on in your prospect's mind. And see, that's why you
Right.
have to understand your marketplace. You have to understand, what the
Who
needs and the
you're
wants and the
targeting.
problems are.
Right.
Exactly. So as you
Right.
targeting,
It goes down to as deep as demographics. Who is your
yes,
target market? When I'm running campaigns on Bing and on YouTube, I'm able to see what countries, what age group, and that's why I had that survey page there. Meaning, I'm asking them what do they want. So once I know what they want, I'm able to provide that. That's why it's important to have. That's why I had that survey page in there. It's basically I ask them what they want and I give them the desired outcome. So
yes,
that's the way to do it. So Ronnie, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna jump into the conversions part. What we just covered was traffic, and we covered the lead magnet. What you need to be a pro marketer, right? So what I'm gonna go down here is the conversion part, right? Right here. So um, I talked to you. I said this is the most important thing is to get anyone to buy from you is your focus. What is your reason? What is your purpose? Now, I explain a lot of stuff here. I wrote it down here. Um, what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna take this off, and I'm gonna actually just speak it since I already know it. If you guys want to go ahead and read over it, Rodney he'll provide the document. I know for sure. So for the conversions, what you want to be able to do, right? You want to know what your why is, right? I know a lot of people say you got to have a why that makes you cry. A lot of people say, well, Brian, a lot of students that come to me, my why is to put food on my, family's table, to put clothes on them. And okay, that's a good why, but that's not where your why needs to be. For example, there are some marketers that when you hear them talk, there's a certain feeling that you get through them because that's what selling is. And then it's an exchange of feelings. And then you could see another marketer and you're like, there's something fuzzy about that. I just don't want to do anything with it. Matter of fact, I don't even want to open their emails. But then there's this guy over here that there's something that just, it attracts you, it draws you to him, and you end up buying. Now, uh, you know, this is super powerful. That's why there's business that they just seem to, they're running on the treadmill, but they really never get anywhere. And then there's businesses that come out of nowhere and they just blow up, and it's because they have a why. Now, this is from a book. I actually learned this from Mentor, but this is from a book. It's called Start with Why. I believe that's cool, right? Start with Why, and it talks about the golden circle of life. You can look it up on YouTube, and you can see how the guy really breaks it down very well. So I'm gonna break it down even better, right? I'm gonna try to at least. And he talks about everybody knows what they're promoting, right? Whether it be a membership site, your own product, affiliate marketing product, the CPA, e-commerce, network marketing, MLM. Everybody knows what they're promoting. A few know how they're doing it, right? What is your strategic views, right? Are you getting, traffic? Very few know how, but very little. And I'm talking about 10%. Just like I said, 90% fail and 10% are succeeding. 90% are making less than $100. Well, 10% know why they do what they do. And the reason why they do what they do is something that is deeper than, oh, I want to make the six-figure income. Everybody that starts online wants to make money, but you need to get your why to a certain view. But there are a lot of marketers out there. They want to make the quick buck. That's why they drive traffic straight to their sales page. Everybody knows what you're trying to. They can see us humans. We can sense other people. So when they see that, they can sense, oh, this guy doesn't want to put in work and he's just trying to get a quick buck out of me. You got to get your why, where it's much deeper. For example, I'll tell you what my why is. My why is as simple as I honor people that go from nothing to something, and I want people to be successful. That is my why. Simple as I want people to be successful, and I honor people that went from nothing to something, and I believe you can do it too. That's my why. That is much of a deeper thing. That's why my business exists, because I not only honor those people that went from nothing to something, but I believe that you can do it too. So if you have that same belief as me, what you're going to do is you're going to buy from me, right? I hope that makes sense. Rodney, does that make any sense there? Did you come across, did you see what my why is? Do you understand what it meant, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's empathy.
Right.
When someone can feel, when someone can see themselves in your story or your situation, especially
Right.
when you're showing them how you transition from struggling to success, it's perfect.
Right.
It's a perfect match, man. They line up with you. And actually, I wanted to tell you that we actually have that ebook inside of the this group. So that's
Right.
one of the personal development content. But yeah, that's
Yeah, it's super powerful. I mean, he breaks it down. I'll give you an example. Apple, right? Everybody wants to buy with Apple. If you looked at their marketing campaign, it had nothing to do with computers and gigabytes, because everybody talks about, well, my product does this, and my product has a triple compensation plan, a third leg, left leg, right leg, and 10 heads. I don't know. You know what I mean, Rodney? Everybody talks about, this is what my products have. You cannot talk about what. You got to talk about why, and why you should get it. Why is why, right? Because it's going to do this. It's going to be able to give you a lifestyle that you want, right? Something deeper. It's going to be able to make you a leader. You must be able to inspire, right? If you look at politicians, every politician says, I have a plan. But Martin Luther King Jr. says, I have a dream. It was a difference. It was a higher sense of purpose, right? It's so you got to get to the place of why your business exists. If it exists for six-figure income, money, cars, and women, and all the things of this world that is materialistic, you're not gonna make any money. You're not gonna make a buck. Forget it. You're not going to. But if it exists for a higher cause, to truly help people, to truly get people to where they want to go in life, and to get them to be able to quit their job and struggle, and to be able to provide something that is deeper, a greater cause that you're serving others, your business is going to blow up to places that you could never even believe of. And that's why it's important to have a why. I'm going to give some more examples. If you
okay.
look at
Real
Apple,
quick.
go ahead, Ronnie.
Yeah, I want to cut you off real quick, Ryan. And see, just for the viewers, that's why a lot of times when I get a lot of people on the Hangouts, I'll ask them to share their story, and hopefully all of my viewers, they know my story, because it's something called story. Instead of storytelling, it's story selling. Really, man, because one of the owners, the co-owner of the Mavericks,
Right.
he's a big, he's a billionaire or whatever, but he does a lot of public speaking, and he actually wrote a book. I can't remember what it was called, but it's all about storytelling. And I'm gonna tell you a quick story. Russell Brunson,
Right.
eight-figure earner, .com secrets.
Oh yeah.
He has his logo on private jets and everything, right? So he told
Unbelievable.
a story about when he started to go to different seminars and things. He would speak on stage. He noticed a trend. When he would tell his story, because he started off as an athlete, he was a wrestler and everything like that before.
Right. I know exactly where you're gonna set it. If I read it in .com secrets, the book.
Exactly. You know what I'm talking about. Look, when he told his story,
yeah.
as far as him transitioning from an athlete to online and everything like that, he noticed when he would go for the clothes and everyone would go to the back of the room to go buy his products, it would be mostly ex-athletes or ex-wrestlers or people who
people that done wrestling like him have a similar story.
Exactly, because they empathize with him. And then at the same time, he noticed, he said, well, let me split test this, because you always want to be thinking that way. You want to split and compare things to different scenarios, right? So he had a lady speak on one of his presentations. He had a lady tell her story, how she's a single mom and she started off struggling, and now she's like a hero to her kids. She makes all this money. And then at the end, when he went for the close, he noticed the majority of the people that went to the back of the room to buy the product were women who were single mothers. So he said, wow. So the biggest selling point is not really, all the bonuses and all of the, the different benefits. Is really this the art of storytelling.
It's the art of
Story
storytelling.
story selling. There you go.
Storytelling. That's right. so
Uh-huh.
so so if you look at Apple, I'm gonna give another example. Apple in the marketing, they never talk about gigabytes, hergabytes, and all this type of stuff. They talk about values, their core values, what Apple stands for. They had a marketing campaign where they showed Einstein, Martin Luther King. They showed Mother Teresa, and it said people that are crazy enough to change the world are actually the ones that do. And at the end of that commercial, an Apple comes out, Apple Inc., right? That's their company. And that campaign has been the biggest thing, the biggest hit, because it focused us more on the materialistic stuff, right? The iPhone, the iPod, and all this stuff. It focused, what my product does. It focused on the purpose, on the why it does what it does, and people bought. So I'm gonna give you another example. Dell, right? Dell tried to come out with the MP3, and what happened with Dell? Everybody knows Dell computers, right? Big and famous. Their sales went down and they failed. They didn't do good, and it's because only everyone could only see them as computers. What the heck are you trying to do, creating an MP3? But here comes Apple, and they create an MP3, and they said this is why you need it. We believe that it would change the way you do things. No more having to, blah blah blah. But we believe it will change. That's what their main marketing. We believe it would change the way you carry songs. No more carrying a CD and a audio thing, but imagine carrying 1,000 songs in your pocket, as small as this. So they went from why, because it would change. On the other hand, when Dell did their marketing campaign, you're gonna get this, you're gonna get that, you're gonna get this, and you should get that. But the why didn't resonate. But when you see Apple, you're like, wow, why do people get that certain feeling, but not from Dell? And it's because they're clear on their why. They're really clear. Nike, when you wear Nike, you feel like an athlete. You feel great. You feel like you could fly, like you're Michael Jordan. Like when I would wear Nike, I felt like I was Derek Jeter. I felt like I was Alex Rodriguez. And I'm like, wow, I could feel it. And I've even as much as played like them, right? So, and why is that? Because when Nike does their campaigns and their advertising, they never talk about the products. They never talk about the shoes, their bags, their gloves, they're all the main. They got a million products, right? They never talk about it. But in the marketing campaign, they go like, "We honor great athletes. We honor the greats." And if you're someone out there that doesn't work out or doesn't do that, we believe you should, because it will make you a better person. Right? Do you see what they're doing here? They're doing things for a better cause, and people just flock to that like a moth flocking to like a light bulb. So
Yes.
when you promote something, talk about why, not as much as what it is, but talk about the benefit of what it would do for you, right? As much as what it would do for you and why your business exists, and things are just gonna blow up. So I hope that helped, Ronnie.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean,
Right.
a
That's the
product.
best way to get conversions. That's the best way I know. When you, soon as you're adding value, talk about why, right? Talk about what it would do for you, right? In your videos. I do Periscope. I do a lot of Periscope, Ronnie. So, and I always talk about that stuff. And I get as much as, a lot of followers coming through and seeing all this stuff. And I'm like, wow, let me check out. And I get leads, free leads from that, right? If you want to do free traffic. So that's one way to do it.
That might be another session, man, where you got to break that down for us.
Right, right.
I mean, an example of it. I mean, if you go to Ace Hardware store, or if you go to a different store that sells hammers and stuff like that,
Mhm.
what do you typically do? You go up in the store. What does a sales rep do? They'll say, okay, how can I help you? What problem are you having? How can I help you? So if you think about it, say you wanted to make a hole in the wall. So say I wanted to sell you a hammer. That's a better way to put it. Say I wanted to sell you a hammer. I'm not going to say, hey, sir, you need to buy this hammer. It has the best rubber grip, blah, blah,
Right,
blah.
right,
I'm
right.
going to sell you on either putting a nail in the wall. I'm going to sell you on, breaking windows. I'm going to sell you on the end result.
On the end results. Right, right. And that goes as deep as speak to your potential customers to the desired outcome.
Yeah,
That's what that is.
So
yeah.
you're just leading them to what the solution that they already are looking for. You just lead them
And then what it will do for you, right?
Exactly. And another example, if you notice when you go inside of a store, say you go into a Walgreens or something, and they won't just run up to you. Just imagine the feeling if someone ran up straight up to you when you went into a Walgreens and say, "Oh, sir, how can I help you? What do you need? Can I walk with you?" Imagine how defensive you would be if that happened. But it's a good reason that doesn't happen to you. And the reason why is something called the art of non-resistance. Because what happens is it's the same thing with the sales process online. We want to enter the conversation that's already going on in your mind, and we want to guide you and make you feel in a way that you've already made that decision for yourself. People are defensive when someone feels like they're people love to buy, they hate to be sold.
That's right. That's right.
When you go inside of a Walgreens, what happens? You're looking around, and then all of a sudden you stop and you look, and then the person says, "Oh, can I help you? You see something you like?" And then they come up to you, right? Because you already made that decision in your mind.
That you're looking for something. Right.
If you want to master sales, you have to know what problem your prospect is going through, and you have to provide a great solution, but guide them in a way that they feel comfortable that they made that buying decision. Right. So into that conversation that's going on in their mind, the more you get them to say yes, the more you get them to agree. Say for example, if you see commercials, somebody might say, "Man, you hate your 9 to 5, right? Don't you hate driving in traffic, being stuck and late for work?" The more time someone can get you in your mind to say yes, 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 yes. By the end of that conversation, by the end of that sales pitch,
they have nothing to say yes to. They're gonna say yes, and that's actually cool. I'm actually, I read a lot. Right here, they call that commitment consistency.
Yep.
When someone already says yes, they're more committed to saying yes again. So basically, people and that it comes into, if you want to make more sales, you got to ask better questions. Exactly. It's as simple as that. And if you could do that, you got them. You close them. You simple as close them. So it's powerful. And going back there to the lead magnet, a lead magnet is actually called the reciprocation method. Right? Reciprocation method, something that you give for free. When people hear free, for example, if you go to Costco, right? You ever see Costco free samples? Everybody's running up. Everybody's running up. When I was little, I would run up, get the Costco. All the little kids running. We're running. We're getting the little gummy bear vitamins that they got for us, and we're running back, right? And we would even go back again. If you notice that they're giving you something for free, you want to buy it because you feel like, wow, they're doing something for us. We got to pay them back some way, right? So that's actually called the reciprocation method, right? That's the Costco method. That's what a lead magnet is. It's a Costco. You're basically like a Costco. So it's powerful when you see all of this, it's combined. It's not just one part. It's not two. If you could combine all of this, right? The lead magnet, reciprocation, commitment, consistency, conversion, playing the story in their head, getting them to say yes, and doing all these things combined, adding value, right? What's your why? You're going to just blow up. You have to. There's no other way you cannot, because these methods are proven and tested over and over. So you might say, wow, this is a lot. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Invest in yourself, learn it, and then you can teach it. And you can see how money will start coming in. That's called the ILT, invest, learn, and teach, right? So it's super powerful. If you can do that, like Rodney said before, this is the language that you have to learn. This is the art. This is the skill that you have to learn that's going to pay you over and over again for life, residually, monthly, and yearly, right? It's going to do what you dream of. So, I hope that helps, Rodney.
Yeah. So, were you done going through the slides, the doc?
Yeah, I'm done going through it.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I mean, guys, he's providing a lot of value. I mean, this is a guy who's been through the process. He's telling you to invest. And this is the one thing that I really learned, if for those of you who are in this group, I'm pretty sure you've seen it when you watch the presentation to get inside this group. But this is the one thing that I really took away when it really started to turn my business and increase, what I was doing. When I started off, I started to look at everything systematically. So instead of me impulsively buying a product, or me saying, hey, I think this is going to give me the edge, this is going to give me the results, I started to look at, why am I feeling this way? What did this person say in this sales video or in a sales letter that made me feel that I need to buy this. And
Right.
how can I how can I duplicate that and then turn around and have my own version of that and give other people that feeling? So as you start to go through different other people's sales funnels and sales pages and presentations, start to notice what pulls at you emotionally. You know, if you buy something, take screenshots of everything. See how everything is laid out. See the language that they spoke. See the copy, the headline, the colors, and just like I said, don't copy, but start to duplicate that in your own way. Make your own version of that, because obviously it's tested, it's proven, and it gets the reaction out of the prospects that, you know, they got the reaction out of you. It's going to work for thousands of other people. So they have spent a lot of money on that to get that to convert, and all you can do is just grab it, a working model, simply duplicate it in your own way, and then go out and send traffic for yourself. But like I said, do it in an ethical way. Don't just copy, don't just steal. But notice that next time you buy something, or next time you go to a sales page or presentation and it pulls at you emotionally and it makes you want to buy, ask yourself, what did they do? What process am I going through that makes me want to buy or made me buy this? And study that process, study the system that they put in place, because that converts. And that is when you're going to know you're raising your level, your stakes, you're at a higher level, and you're going to start to make more money. I'm trying to tell you, it's the process and it's systematic. Each step, overall, it might seem like a big thing and it might seem really, really complicated, a lot of different terms that you don't understand, but take it step by step and optimize it. Optimize just means tweaking and testing until you get the result that you're looking for, then move to the next step.
Right. And I just want to go over
a show called The Profit?
Yeah, say that again, Rodney.
Have you ever seen a show called The Profit?
Yeah. He's the investor. He goes into a lot of these companies that they need help, and he invests in it. Yeah, I've seen some of it.
Well, the guy Marcus Lemonis, all he does, man. For anyone out there, if you never heard of it, I'm pretty sure you can TiVo or it's on demand or something. Look at that show, The Profit, and look what all he literally does is break every single step down in the business. When he walks into a restaurant, he says, "Okay, I'm a customer. I'm walking in. What's the first thing I'm seeing?" They'll say, "Okay, well, you walk up to the line." He'll say, "Well, why is the line only this long? You know, you're only fitting 50 people in every single 15 minutes. So in an hour, that's 200 customers. If you increase it and double the line size, you can get 400 customers an hour." Which is double. And literally, from the time he walks into a business, he looks at every single step and he optimizes it, because that's what's going to double the end result, which is the money you're getting. But go ahead.
So I even broke it down. The 3 steps that you need: look at your traffic, look at your capture mechanism, and look at what you need to do to get conversions. That's it. Simple as that.
That's it.
Whatever you're promoting, and you'll kill it. So I hope that helps, Rodney. I'm gonna get going now. So Rodney, I hope everybody got some value out of that. And you have the document, right, Rodney?
Yeah, I got the document. Want to share it, man. It was definitely great to have you on, man. You did a lot of key components. Components. And one more thing, the components that he shared: the traffic, the lead capture page. Study and master each of those steps. Buy courses in each of those steps, but those are the only components that you actually need to be concerned with. So once again, Brian, thanks, man. Great to have you on. Hopefully we can have you on in the future, maybe with the Paris.
Oh yeah, and if people want more information and more value from the stuff that I provided, they go to my website, elitedigitalmarketer.com. If you get the Word document, my website's below there. You could take a look at that stuff. I provided some free more training in depth from everything, from what to do with a product, how to promote it and get conversion. So I hope that helps, Rodney.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, for sure. Definitely.
All right, man.
Connect with Brian, and like I said, great to have you, man. I'll speak to you.
All right. Talk to you later, Rodney. Bye-bye.
Take care.